Yeah, I might have done that while I was working on things. I don't know what the hell paradox. I don't have no idea what the hell that means. Well, I mean, I know what paradox means. Sort of. A bit crazy. Anyways, continue. So yeah. Okay, we're here. Okay, so what are the quests we working on right now? Our primary is Hidden Truths. The Sage has directed you to a ruined state of the bastard tier. Okay, Breach Between Worlds. Ash will want to see the artifact for himself, return to Iron Hearth, and speak with the Archon. Okay, we need to do that, which I think. Okay. The way to the Aegis. Okay. Unless the head of Forge bound, not subject to Kyros's law. Then, okay. I think they're in the Wellspring area. I think. We'll see. We'll see with that. World map. Yeah, they're set up here in the Haven area. I need to pass them, but I can't really do that. You need to go up there. There's the Ocean Spire. Looted forge. A small smithy rests on the outskirts of the city overlooking a deep gorge. A plume of smoke rises from its chimney marked... Oh. Probably the howling masters near its forge reside here amongst the okay. So let's start. Oh my god. Oh. Okay, that's cool. It actually teleported us to the closest spire, to the location we wanted to go to, and then had us travel. Oh, I'm loving these spires. Already loving these spires. Had to get every last drop. Anyways. Quick save and a boop. Great Miner, no one in recent history has reached the pinnacle of a spire, and yet you stepped to the top as they were intended for your occupation. What do you have to say for yourself? They offer certain strategic advantages. So you only regard them as tactical bastions? Perhaps that is best. Whatever power raised the spires and holds them aloft, better that you not let it preoccupy your efforts. What is it you require? I've returned for the old wall's breach. You killed the leader of the Unbroken? I understand. You've accomplished much in the name of the Legion, and devotion is a quality that I praise in my soldiers. The Unbroken will no doubt elect another rotten scarecrow to represent their interests. We had best subdue the rest of this realm before they have time to recover from the loss. You put much at stake in plumbing those ancient ruins, though these lands are not wholly subjugated under the Empire. We are still beholden to Kairos' law against entering the old walls. I appreciate that you take such risks on my legion's behalf. We can only hope that this mad scramble of heirlooms furthers the goals of the conquest. I suspect that even mighty Hunan would give our transgression if the war depended upon it. Forgive our transgression. Do you think this will mean trouble? Not for me. I would have you go to the end of the terrace if it meant bringing down the voices of near it, and that includes the old walls. If Tuanon takes offense to your actions, then I leave you and the Abjudicator to sort out your differences. What a great bro. I recovered the steadfast insignia, which should allow us to pass through the wind wall. The Unbroken were crafty to think that one of their regent heirlooms would circumvent Kyros's magic, and we will reap the benefits of their foresight. The last of the regents will die, and the Edict of Storms will be dispelled. The subjugation of the Stalwart is nearly complete. No. I'm ready to see if this old trinket gets us through Kyros's storms. Sentinel's Stand is now unlocked on the world map. I'm dispatching 2 forces to Sentinel's Stand, one led by the Iron Guard Rumlin and one by Commander Demetrius. We are closer to reaching Sentinel's Stand than we've ever been. If you have questions, voice them now. Otherwise, I anticipate your victory against the Unbroken and the recovery of my daughter. I wonder if his daughter is going to end up becoming a companion. Anyways, we got someplace we need to be. We need to head to the old hearth area. Wait, we're at the old hearth. I mean the forge area. Probably actually should have gone there first. Whatever. All good. Really? It's faster to... Oh no, can I not get through the burning library? That's weird. That looks cool. But anyways, that's weird. Normally, you know... Cool air stirs to close as you step into the small workshop. Despite the lit forge you see against the back wall, a dark-robed woman stalks the center of the space, fingers dancing against her chin, eyebrows furrowed in thought. Sooty smears on her skin suggest she touches her face often. She spares you an initial dismissive glance, but follows it with a surprised double take. Oh, F me, the Fate Binder! I don't know if that's good or bad. What is this? This is a Stone Sea Villagers. I mean, what brings you to my humble atelier? I take it you know me. Has anybody not? Spires don't exactly light up like the sun every day. Well, who are you? You sought me out. I assumed you knew already. Or do you make a habit of walking into strangers' houses? I'm called Lycentia. I know my sigils, but mostly I'm a crafter. They keep me around for odd jobs, fixing tools, repairing armor, and generally trying to keep Halfgate from falling into the Stone Sea. Oh, well, that works. Anyways, nice forge. Thanks, I made it myself. Really? Nice. Most people do, I think. Or like single solo craftsmen. Don't they usually make their own forges back in the old days? Huh. Anyways, I'm particularly fond of the art heat wards. Not just an account of the comfort, keep the place from going up in flames. Bearing anything unusual. Had the thought after he frowns and drops into silence. After the Vellum Citadel? Ooh, nice. After the Vellum Citadel. You a sage? Is anyone anymore? Heard the school burned up. Surprised you took notice. Lycentia here is a former sage. It's not that she ever officially left. It's more she got tired of life in the Citadel never came back. Oh, okay. So apparently our Lantry knows her. Anyways, I studied among the sages once, years ago. Worked for the royalty of Azir for a while after that. Nice work until Kieran arrived. You going to cross-get me? Not today. Then let me ask again. Why are you here? I have a forge of my own if you'd like to relocate. It's significantly larger and provides a much better view. Oh, wow, Binder. First you compliment my forge, then you turn around and tell me yours is bigger? You've got a real way with words. I'm happy. I'm happy where I am. Thanks. Anyways, I need you to examine my friend Barrick. This one, I assume? He's pointy. I mean, of course he's pointy. He's got metal plates sticking out of him all over the place. Anyways, her gaze wanders around Barrick's assortment of sharp edges.
Mostly on top of his head.
Must you always be an ass, Verse?
As we said back in Ass Gang, once an ass, always an ass.
Damn it, Fatebinder, why can't you leave this be?
Leave what be? I like this. Like, currently, he's pretty bad at climbing, sneaking, swimming, and using the privy unassisted. I'd like you to address that.
Fatebinder, you know as well as I that Tunon forbade this. I cannot be complicit.
Oh, just what will you do? Sit on the floor and cross your arms like a child?
If I must. If that will make the Fatebinder see reason.
I promise you that this will be for the best, friend. Let me deal with the legal ramifications.
I have little confidence that Tunon will see it the same way, or that you will be able to shield me from his wrath.
I assume that you want to come out with all your bits regardless, right? Then hold still and quiet down. Before anything else, I need to ask you a few questions. Understand that there may be things we can't tell you. I won't ask anything political or tactical, only matters personal. Hardly reassuring. First, have you ever engaged in sexual congress? What? What? Oh, I don't. How can that can't be relevant. He doesn't understand the first thing about mystic sympathy, does he? Oh, are we gonna do this? It's important, Barrick, particularly in the case of a possible convergence of arcane energies to rule out the resonant adulteration. Oh, I love it. Okay, I mean, if the game keeps up with dialogue like this, then we may continue. I suppose that sounds reasonable. The armor has prevented anything from happening recently, regardless of whether or not I wanted it to. Before that, well, Legion has spent a people I cared for deeply. We are the pride of the North, strong and beautiful. So that would be a no. I get it, Barrick. Sparring is like dancing. It gets pretty hot. Do not compare the virtuous combat rituals of the disfavor to your scarlet rutting. And that's all I shall speak of it. I have never passed time with a mage or Archon Oathbound beastwoman or anything else unusual. Nothing unusual? I've always heard that there's a special bond between a disfavored officer and their submissives. Sorry. Poor Barrick. Subordinate. Is there anything you are unwilling to soil with your perversion? Which you wore forge-bound armor during the conquest, correct? And prior to it. Was it sigil woven? Enchanted against harm? I do not believe so. It was iron. Have you had sigils of any kind branded into your skin? I bear the mark of the disfavored and nothing else. The mark of the disfavored? The general sigil, or rather what of it the Overlord's decree allows. Many members of the Legion scar themselves with it, finding their loyalty into their flesh and blood. It marks us family. I've heard it said that Grievanash protects. The sages had no direct knowledge of the Archon of War's abilities. But there were many, many theories. I don't suppose you can provide any concrete information. You ask me to reveal the Great General's secrets to a mage? That is too much. Oh. The Archon Ashes shares a strong connection with his soldiers that allows them to take on some of their harm while also sharing in their experience. Fate Fighter. His cast contains anger and disbelief in equal measure. And you do not need repairs or maintenance on the armor, I presume? Aside from oiling it and filing down the pointier bits. No, wait. How do you know that? The smith stares at Beric in thoughtful silence before retrieving from the forge a long bar of iron, its end glowing red in the heat. She holds it out to you. Take it? Next, you'll want to stick that into him through his armor. It's going to hurt regardless, but I suspect quicker would be a better. Are you insane? Perhaps a little. Comes with having most everyone and everything you know wiped from the face of Terratis with a few magic words from a distant tyrant. But no, I am not without reason. Stab Beric? Howling in agony, Beric staggers backwards, grasping at his side. The smell of burnt flesh hits your nostrils a moment later. Reaching down, Lycentia grabs the iron rod and tugs it from Beric's side, eliciting another scream of pain. She takes a step back as his gauntlet swings out in a wild attempt to backhand her. Oh dear. Effing shite on an ill-starred beast mother's arses. Hold on. Fucking shite on an ill-starred beast mother's arses. Is that better for you? Is that better? Is that better? Yeah? No? Okay. What in the great general's name, woman? Was that necessary? Of course it was not effing necessary. I did not ask for this. Beric roars, his armor ringing like a gong as he slams one gauntlet fist into the other. Amazing. The smith holds up the sizzling metal prod, drawing a sigil in the air with her free hand. Examine the wound. We bend close to the wound, but Beric's hand is clamped over the hole in his side, obscuring your view. Move Beric's hand. I need to see the injury, Beric. With slow reluctance, Beric moves his gauntleted hand from the hole in his side. We peer through the hole in the oxidized bronze and iron shell, willing yourself to ignore the mixing smells of cooked meat and fetid human waste. Ugh. You see the ragged, oozing flesh beneath, a gasping red cavity pulsing in time with Beric's labored breathing. Even as you watch, the wound seems to close, bronze-colored skin knitting together at the edges like a slowly closing mouth. It's not merely the skin, however. Beric's armor cage slowly shifts and flows, incrementally reducing the aperture. Are you seeing this too? His armor seems to be healing, just like the flesh. Exactly, and the edges. She's making an attempt to hide her excitement. She's failing spectacularly. Your armor and flesh heal as one. Is that a standard property among the favored? No, not to my knowledge. If he and his armor heal as one, they're likely mystically bound together. Indeed, Tunon likes them. Tunon likes them smart. I take it. The question remains, though: why does this happen? I have a working theory, but I can't make out. But I can't make out is what differentiates you from the other disfavored who served in the Blade grave. Maybe it's some trick of the blood. Maybe it's your connection to the Fateminder. Maybe something else. But I barely knew the Fateminder prior to the Vengeance Wells. There's a lot we don't understand about how the world works. Kairos' strictures against literacy and inquiry don't exactly help. Use your words carefully, Smith. Oh, apologies, Fatebinder. Before Sentinel Stand Outskirts is now unlocked, and before I can suggest a solution, I need a sample of alloyed iron and bronze from the site of your entrapment. About this much to do. She holds her open palms about 6 inches apart. Huh. We'll get you the sample. Then I await your return.
My Lord Binder, you have something which requires my attention? What can I do for you?
Graven Ash asked if you were unwell. What does he know that I don't? The Archon be very free with his words, especially in the company of those he holds in confidence, and his care for the well-being of his soldiers is to be commended. However, I wish that he had said nothing of my condition. I could not give you the impression that I am unfit for duty. And what condition is that, Barrick? The only obvious one, my armor. I am trapped in this shell with no form of escape. A year into this sorry state, and my armor shows no sign of weakness. If anything, the plates have grown tighter. They need constant oiling if I'm to have any hope of sustaining a long march. There are other problems. I have not been able to inspect my body or for wounds or infection. I know nothing of my physical condition until recently. I gave off a foul odor. Until recently? Lean closer. Either my reek is gone or my nose has fallen off, and neither possibilities gives me peace of mind. I also feel less of the iteration or discomfort that I once did. I have sat up awake at night wondering what it could mean. The range of possibilities frightens me. You think you're dead inside there? I don't know how that could be possible. It would make sense that I have rotted in this iron shell and my body has given up its last. Or perhaps I died in the last battle of Stalwart and occupied this shape. And what would that make me? A skeleton? A shadow? An empty suit of rusted iron? It seems almost foolish to speculate. I am a part of Ash's Legion, which is all that matters. I am not the man I was when I entered Stalwart. I have always known that, but these worries of mine force me to consider ideas that are better left unexplored. Thank you for listening. If nothing else, you can help me prattle off. You can help me prattle off to no end. Okay.
At your service, Fatebinder. What do you need?
One moment, my friend. I am nothing if not a semi-reliable font of knowledge. You mean what's left? What would you like to know?
Oh. We'll deal with this later. I don't want to do this just yet. Yeah, I don't want to do that just yet. I kind of want to finish up with Barrick first, so that way we can actually start working on him getting some armor, and then we can go into Sentinel Stand because I'm. As you pick up your way through the craggy, blasted hills, peppered with the cherry remnants of trees, The weak breeze carries to your ears distant, muted shouts from somewhere to the east. Approach quietly. You crest a rise, keeping low to the blackened soil, and you see below 3 groups locked in argument, heated words erupting on all sides. About red paint slathered over shoddy leathers identify a small gang of chorusmen. Violet capes cling to ironclad members of disfavored squad. And quills and scrolls hang from the dusty clothing of a trio of sages. Weapons have been drawn, and the members of each group gesture wildly. They have not yet spotted you, distracted as they are with their own arguments. Listen to the argument. You hang back. You hang back and try to pick out strands of meaning from the chaotic shouts. It quickly becomes clear that the fight is mostly between the chorus gang leader and her counterpart among the disfavored. You are fighting over who gets to take the 3 sages' custody. The lead sage, however, interjects half-heartedly to object, claiming that her people won't be taken alive. You notice the sage's bags bulge with parchment. Given your proximity to the ruins of the burning library, there's every possibility these sages carry arcane writings rescued from the sage's former stronghold. During the argument, the conversation gutters as you approach the armed men and women. What the F do you want? The chorus gang leader growls. Fool, the disfavored sergeant barks. This is the fate binder of the mountain spire. He turns to you, his gauntleted wrapping against his breastplate in a salute. Will you settle this, sworn vassal of the abjugator? The 3 groups look at you expectantly. The chorus gang leader, a stout woman in ragged leather and hide, rests her hands on the pommels of her bronze blades. The disfavored commander, compactly muscled under his heavy iron armor, has shield and blade at the ready. The apparent spokeswoman of the sages, a short woman in blue scribe's clothes, glares openly, chin raised slightly as if she hopes to ward off Kairos' troops to the weight of her disdain. The situation, Fatebinder. We were in the process of apprehending this group of sages for delivery to Iron Hearth when these chorus bastards tried to swoop in and claim them from us. Huh. Oh. So I could threaten him, because apparently I have enough athletics for this. He wouldn't stand a chance against the disfavored. Do you really want to fight them with me on their side? I could be neutral about it. You get this, you get this. Done. I'm not going to attempt to attack them. But at the same time, oh, because I'm already pretty unfavored with because I kind of want that knowledge. I kind of want them scrolls. Anyways, you wouldn't stand a chance that's favored. Do you really want to fight them with me on their side?